There are people who walk around in grown-up bodies but are not adults. Until today, you may have been confused about the differences between grown-ups and adults. Grown-ups blame, adults accept total responsibility for themselves and their actions. Just for today, spend some time examining yourself to ensure that you're developing adult qualities and behaviors. Had a heart-to-heart talk with my son today, and you don't know what your children are thinking until they tell you. You can assume all you want. But this is what he said to me, and it struck me pretty hard. He said, Mom, when you come around, I walk on eggshells. I'm a totally different person. People tell me that when you walk into the room, I completely change. And so I thought about that. And it pierced me because I thought, I do know that my son and I are very close. And we have been for a very long time. But I knew that there was something on his mind. I just didn't know what. So I sat him down today and I said, talk to me. Tell me why you feel that way. He basically told me that he held me in the highest esteem. Even his friends would tease me and say, man, your son is messed up about you. I mean, he loves his mama. And I would smile. I appreciated that. And although he'll be 38 this year, I still call him my baby because he is. He's the last one. But I also had to stand back and reflect. And I'm talking to every parent of an adult child. Don't assume that they respect you. It could be fear. And I found out today it was a little bit of both. And I would rather my child not fear me. He wasn't afraid of what I would do physically, but he was afraid of what I would think of him if he made certain decisions, and because of certain decisions he has made and some choices that he's made, that he is now dealing with the consequences. So long as you take responsibility, son, and don't blame and don't shift the shame to anyone else, you are now an adult. Grown-ups, there's a difference. Like this card by Jan said, the difference between grown-ups and adults is grown-ups blame, adults accept total responsibility for themselves and their actions. Did you get that? Adults accept responsibility. So just because your children are adults doesn't mean that they're grown up. Or just because they're grown up doesn't mean that they are adults. So I had that heart-to-heart talk with my baby. My son. And I let him know that no matter what decision that you make, you don't lose. You either win or you learn. You don't have to be nervous about your mama walking into the room. I will not judge you. I will not pity you. I will hold you accountable. And I want to know that I can count on you. So parents, have you raised grown-ups or do you have adults? Sit down and talk to them. I don't care if they're 50 years old. Talk to them. Because we don't know what our children are gathering from our actions, our body language, our suggestions, until we sit down and have a heart-to-heart. I know I was shocked today, but I'm so glad that I was able to have this conversation on this side of the dirt with my son. I suggest you do the same. Ask your adult children what they're thinking. You may be surprised. Trauma.